guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the Iron Hills. I'm not sure if I mentioned it last time, but I had eye surgery on my left eye so far. The right one is scheduled for, I believe, the end of next week. And let me tell you, it sucked. It really sucked. And my eye is still partially dilated. I can't read anything within, I don't know, 6 to 12 inches of my face, which is it's fun. It's amazing. It's great. And I am just hoping that they didn't permanently screw up my vision, because that would be exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. I'm also hoping that when they do the right eye, they don't also screw that one up, because, at that point, I'm not going to be a happy camper. But anyway, welcome back. Yeah, here we go. Once again, dodging into the unending waves of orc carpets to be made. If you've made it this far into the video, for my people on YouTube afterwards, remember, as always, like, subscribe, share if you want, and watch as much of the video as you can stand. Because even though everybody says it, people seem to forget that it is very, very important for content creators, such as yours truly. Let's see, so per usual, we will put everyone where they belong. I didn't give a very good overview of what we were dealing with. Ton of spearmen per usual, which we know have been an exceptional pain in the rear. Let's see here. Let's go 2 across that way and the last. So, oops. Nope. Right, so the warsmiths in their usual positions. And let's not forget Monsignor Meme, the infantryman. Double check we didn't leave anybody outside like we did last time. Rest in peace to those glorious gentlemen. I have with me some absolutely delicious apple cider. Unfortunately not homemade because I do not have the skill, but delicious nonetheless. What's your favorite drink? It's not coffee, apple cider, or something like that. Is there something unusual that you like drinking? Do let me know. I would be very interested hearing about that. If you have a recipe as well that you wouldn't mind sharing, would also like to try it. Or your favorite place to get it if you don't make it yourself. Which, no judgment, of course, because I'm too lazy to do that either. Okay, let's not kill our own troops, please. Just smart enough to avoid the fire of our warsmiths. These spearmen. Not very kind of them, although I understand not wanting to take an axe to the face. That's right, we were putting the warsmiths over here the last couple times, weren't we? That would have been much more useful than where they are now. And so saying, we may well want to shut off fire at will, because that could be more detrimental than helpful. And we have enough vanguards that it's not really going to be an issue. Or a necessity for them to fire anyway. Talk about pollution. Dirty dwarves. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Right, let's get to the carpet making. You'll have to forgive me if you hear my pump going off. I am currently experiencing an episode of low blood sugar, which these insulin pumps seem to be very diligent about causing, much to my detriment. Because let me tell you, it's been very, very scary sometimes when I'm driving around for work. Nothing serious has happened so far, thankfully, but there's always the chance that something will. So pray for your boy, will ya? And I see once again that stream is not picking up the pointer, which again I have not been able to figure out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So remind me in the future, if you will, time travel back to explain exactly what I'm talking about if I'm not hovering over it, because I know sometimes in the past that I have been referencing something in a way that would not be very helpful to someone watching, and for that I have to apologize. Realize it is not very helpful. Let's actually have you guys do something instead of standing there. Thanks. Appreciate it. You do look absolutely gorgeous, I will give you that, but unfortunately that is not really going to be very helpful in the grand scheme of things. So these three are done making their carpets, which is good, very good for us. Now it's just a very slow slogging through the spearmen. And of course, the ridiculous number of carpets over there. In the meantime, because it is the usual slaughterfest for us, we'll just triple speed it. I'm trying to set this glass down so you don't hear it all the time, but if you do, again, my apologies. My desk is a sort of faux wood, so noise transfers particularly well. As much as I mentioned that I do try to avoid it. Sometimes you can't. Or in this case, me, because you're not doing anything. Right, let's get you gentlemen moved forward. No running, per usual. Now, I have turned on all these options to be locked at the start of the battle, so if we end up fighting in the woods or whatever, you may notice that the foliage is automatically hidden. That would be why. Right, into the rear of some spearmen. Once again, not charging as I would like you to. That's fine, thank you, AI. should have told them not to run. But I was not smart enough to, so there is that unfortunate issue. That's a better charge. I like when they spread out like they are supposed to. Okay, I think we're probably safe to triple speed it. We'll get them redirected here and charging into the rear. Giving them a good old 360 surround sound. Well, somewhat. Can I just have you guys, thanks, appreciate it. Now we have them with an excellent 360 surround sound system. Created by the company called Slaughterfest. Hopefully that's not trademarked or copywritten, because otherwise, oops, I done fussed up. But it's all good. It's okay. Let's go in for a close view of said Slaughterfest.
At last, the enemy general has been slain. Fight on, my brothers.
Excellent.
At last, we have proved our mettle. The cowards turn and run from our wrath.
Right. Well, turning and running is one thing, as long as they turn and run directly into our axes.
At long last, the dwarves conquer yet again.
Yes. And thankfully with only 5 casualties. I will take that. 452 there, 579 on the vanguards, almost all the way to the bottom. Very nice. I think we're starting to break the market, though, with how many orc carpets we're making. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like the supply is going to experience any shortage in the next 300 years or so. Okay, nothing going on as far as recruitment or construction. We've got 4 turns there. Again, waiting on a crap ton of money for anything there. Same as Skarakikot. We could do something here in Dorwinian. Question is, I mean, I would like roads, because that would improve our movement. But it's not particularly helpful as far as our monetary situation goes. That there would help quite a bit. It's 1,200, takes most of our money, but we don't particularly have much else going on at the moment, so that's fine. So we've got 2 turns on Larhuil, 4 in Dorwinian, nothing here in Freiburg. Probably absolutely butchered that, but what can you do? I'm not a natural born dwarf, so is that I did forget about Mr. Gloin, the lucky MFer from last time. Now, what do we have here? We've got Raider Goblins. So, very far away from our other territories here, but that could be a good thing. Because it might just basically end up being riskless money. Although it does look like the Easterlings are running along this way. I don't know if they'll be able to get around the mountains at any point, but I suppose we'll find out at some point in the future. So let's take Thrinswell. Again, probably completely butchering it. Oh, yes, I'd also forgotten to mention I'm still waiting on my new PC to arrive. I realize it's the holidays, but good lord, it is taking forever and a century. By the time it gets here, I will be but dust and bones in some forgotten corner of this earth. But when it shows up, there is some small potential that I was not as careful selecting parts as I would have hoped, because it may turn out that the graphics card and the processor are not as good as the ones that I have now. But the good side is there's always room for improvement, even if it is exceptionally expensive. Now, on the other hand, the good side is I will have, hopefully, much more RAM to be used, which will help on its own quite a bit. The motherboard is, as far as I could tell, quite the step up. Um, the tower, I think, is a lot bigger than the one I have, so there could be some issues with that, but hopefully I'll be able to figure out a way around it. Let's see, then I think I have either one or two SSDs, and then I can use the hard drives I have from this PC for it, so we'll have plenty of space for all the games. All of the games. Sorry about that. That is my pump making itself known. Very inconvenient per usual. So, let's see, we've got just the Raider Goblins, so what we'll do... I don't want you to run, thanks. What we'll do is what they always do to us. We will come around from all sides. Don't run. Nope, don't run. Thank you. Sorry about the camera popping up and down. That is what it likes to do. Right, let's go triple. So we're not really waiting for anything exceptionally entertaining. Just a lot of slow walking. No rush, ladies and gentlemen, minus the ladies, because there are none here. More's the pity. Now, I know I mentioned it quite some time ago, but if you are on the social app Hive, you can follow me on there as well, if you'd like. Mostly I just use that for personal shenanigans, not so much anything to do with streaming, but I wouldn't mind seeing all of your gorgeous or otherwise faces, mine being in the otherwise category. But you don't need to see that. You don't want to see that, as a matter of fact. Oops. Don't need glowing going in there. Hopefully these cell swords will not prove as disgustingly underwhelming as the last few times we used them, but it's already seeming like they are. So it is nice that the I guess we'll say the ability for them to be cannon fodder is, well, certainly handy. I'll give them that. Let's just speed it up. There ain't a whole lot here that's super interesting. Just more Slaughterfest. If there is a game you'd like to see me take a crack at, as far as it's not um, extremely taxing,
At long last, the dwarves conquer yet again.
feel free to tell me in the comments on YouTube. Not very many of our casualties recovered, but that's fine because, as I said, they are little more than cannon fodder. And once again, for my folks on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind liking the video, subscribing if you feel like doing so, watching as much of the video as you can stand, you know, all the usual YouTube things, I would very much appreciate it. Excellent. I don't think there's any reason for us to repair the ruins, so we won't. But hey, as it stands, we're making another 333 gold per turn, so I will take it. We'll throw in the ruins just in case there is anything that happens, but I don't think there will be. And we are good to move along. Alright, we've already gained 30 more gold. I will take it. So, yeah. I'm actually curious here if this is doing anything for us. I figure it's not because it's not even ours. And technically it's broken. So, let's see here. 330 for trading post. If we destroy that. Yeah, okay. So as expected, it doesn't do anything for us. That's quite alright. These mines are currently worthless. So is trade. Seems like the only thing worthwhile is the trading post. For the moment, anyway. I'm sure that will change in future. And then hopefully we'll have public order completely under control. And we can choose where to move from there. Wish I'd been able to find the town that was sitting over here, but I did not. I'll bet you it's like off in the corner up here somewhere. Just out of reach. Ooh, hello. Lots of Easterlings up there. Now we could swing down and try to take Redwater, but we'd need at least a turn to siege it, which means Captain Umbalak would be easily able to take Redhall. We don't want to allow them to do that, so we won't. Now, as much as we need the money, we need to drop the taxes in Lauderhill so they can actually keep expanding their population. Very important to always expand. Everybody else is doing fine. Even got some training to do here. Right. So now we've got a little bit of time to generate some funds. Not a whole lot, because everything will start popping off again here very shortly, I'm sure. Look at that. 5350. Excellent. I like what I see. So let's see, what do we want to do? At the moment, there's not really anything that's going to super help us out. We don't need to worry about public order. The only thing we really need to worry about is population growth. So, let's see, what's the cost of this? 4,800. It's not really going to get us very much, so I think we will wait on that and see what else comes up. I think Goran's probably fine, just waiting there still. And let's see here. Can only get miners there. It's quite a long walk to go from. We're just gonna call this Nair all the way down here to Skarakakont to get retraining. So we won't. It's nice that Mordor's giving us about 5.5 seconds to just chill out over here in Ascal. I don't expect that to last for a huge number of turns longer, but we will see as we go. Definitely starting to build up a little bit of a treasury for a turn or two. Ah, look at that. I was right about there being a town here, but for some reason, either I don't remember seeing this or I didn't see it. Thorsigsborg. Say that 6 times fast, eh? Right, so here's going to go. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. I was expecting the Halls of Stone here to be like 50 grand. That's not bad at all. So that's population growth, very important, and public order. So it'll give us another 10% public order there, which is good. Not apparently going to change the growth per turn, but that's okay for the time being. Still very excited to try out these Dragon Slayers. Interesting, again, I think I probably mentioned this last time, but interesting that they are classified as light infantry. Not entirely sure if I agree with that, but it's okay. It is not the end of the world. It'd be nice to see if the Roman pillar mining here would give us as much of a bonus as it Might. Granted, it's 250 income from mining and 20% trade income bonus. So it's probably not going to be absolutely massive. But any bonus to our income is exceptional. Now, and the other use here, too, of Thrin there is that if the crap hits the fan, and we just happen to lose every single one of our cities over here, we've got a backup. Right, lots of things popping off here. Many things to be done. Let's see. So we could actually hire the spearmen here. It's interesting. I wonder if they're going to be a little bit stronger than the sellswords. Knowing my luck, absolutely not. But there's always the potential. And before we commit to anything over there, just want to take a quick look around and see what else can be done. We can tick up into high taxes here at Thrin. It's not really going to get us much, so I think we'll just leave it alone. Now, the market will provide us a good bit of value. Mining, I think, is a little bit better than it was, but not a whole lot. Trade is a little better. Trade there is actually pretty decent. But again, I think I'm going to keep with the market here. And then, let's see. We don't really need to do Great Forge. And it also wouldn't really help us as much with trade, so we won't worry about that either. I hate leaving things not working on upgrades or anything like that, but at this point we sort of just need to wait. Let our stockpile of cash build up. Granted, we'll throw in some small things here and there that seem like they'll really help us. I mean, this isn't too bad, and it's not too expensive, so we will keep it in the works. I don't think... Yeah, that's right. Not a whole lot of help there. Do we also want to drop Gordon down a little bit so they can keep expanding? I hadn't noticed that they weren't, unfortunately. Red Hall as well. That kind of eliminates all the income we'd gained over the last couple turns, but once their expansion is built, we should be able to bring that back up quite a bit. And Lar Hill's fine. Okay. Let's keep going then. Now I know this isn't particularly entertaining to watch, but welcome to the empire building side of life. Alright, so how much further do we have? Go here. 15,000, so we should have that in 2 turns, provided nothing else pops off. Although, of course, having just said that, I think we might go for the shaft mines there. Let's see, so trade isn't really... Actually, okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait a couple of turns. until we have enough money to afford the room and pillar mining. And then we'll compare the two and see where we can get the most bonus. Granted, that is 2 turns that could have been spent building the shaft mines in Skarekakot, but I think we'll be okay. Looked like Mordor was doing something interesting there for a moment. Guess they thought better of it. Oh my god, look at all that crap. This is disgusting. Y'all need to find something better to do with your time instead of hanging around Red Hall. Or not Red Hall, Redwater. It's getting ridiculous. Or if Erebor would, jump in and help out a little bit, that would be alright. Right, so let me just take a quick stock of what we got going on. We've got 2 turns there in Thrin. 1 more turn on the expansion for Red Hall. Nothing in Skrakot or Nurunkizdin. Excuse me. 2 turns in Dorwinian. Nothing in Nair, and nothing in Askau. Really unfortunate that we can't seem to use these. That's right. Is trade admin? Yes. That sucks. But what can you do? But hope for better. And then this next turn we should have enough money to check on those mines. Although we do seem to have a Nazgul up here. Nazgul Nortea. Interesting that they're not riding a Fell Beast, but it's okay. So, Gimli here. He's pretty decent. He is going to cost us a lot. But we can bring Ginar over to Angordon. Not really going to help us with a whole lot. But it's okay. It's an extra unit at least. Just in case things go south somewhere else. Okay, so let's check out these mines, shall we? Get 239 there for 10 turn build. 427 from here. So, you know what I'm going for. And then where else can we put a little extra money? So we can get 43 from there. We're winning, still working on that. Nothing in Nair. We will see what we can get from Red Hall. Pretty decent amount of money, actually. Nothing too bad from there either. Let me actually double check. Okay, yeah, so that's not really going to help the population like I was hoping, but that's okay. The extra money is definitely usable. And then we will wait a turn or two. We could get shaft mines in not Kazat, Larhuil as well. So we will see once we have that money what it turns out to be worth, because that could be quite a nice bonus. Now, can I get a spy anywhere over here? I don't think so. Because that would be far, far too easy. See what Nertia decides to do here. Of course, we can all take a real quick guess, can't we? Mm-hmm.
We're besieged.
So what do we have here? Got Greater Spearman, Greater Warband, and then Nertia himself. He could be quite an issue, that's for sure. Well, let's give it a gander. I think we'll probably keep the Warsmiths out of the combat for now. I mean, it feels kind of cheap to target him with the Warsmiths, but we don't really have any way to take on cavalry. And it is very choppy as far as the FPS goes. See if that sorts itself out as it usually does. And it is very difficult to see. But we will do our best. And I just realized that this third unit of Vanguard here actually lost a bit of their experience, which caused a loss in our third gold chevron. Okay, so we will arrange our troops as we usually do, but I will take the Vanguard off of fire at will until we know exactly where Nertia is going. What I'm going to do, actually, as well, is put our second gold chevron up there, and there our FPS returns. Perfect. I'll bring the two other vanguards over here. Click in the wrong spot 6 million more times, why don't you? Now, Mr. Meme the Legend, we should actually look at that because that sounds interesting. We will actually have on the field just in case we need some help with Nertia. There he is, counterintuitively carrying a torch. Would be quite the shame if he set himself alight, wouldn't it? We will go triple speed here for the norm. Okay, looks like he's going for the right flank here. And I bet you he's probably going to stay just outside of our range. Because why not? Nazgul aren't the dumbest of creatures. And in that case, we will bring the other group of Warsmiths around to that flank. And we will also set the vanguards doing their dirty work. Okay. Oops, I should have kept an eye over here, as we missed our perfect opportunity for the most part. But the damage they do seems very easily able to make up for it. 29 of them left. Not bad. Looks like somebody's going for a swim down here. Hopefully that's not going to cause an issue once we start wrapping up with them. Okay, target the blackguards, please. Thank you. Oop, I should have paid a little bit more attention to where I put them. But all is well. And I can also target them with the second unit. So thankfully, it seems like they won't be too much of an issue this time around. Although if they ever switch around to riding Felbeast, that will be a different beast altogether. Ha ha. Funny, I know. Okay, so there's still 9 of them left. But I don't want to chance absolutely wiping out either of our vanguards here, because with my luck, that would be the thing to happen. Seems like we're doing okay over here as well. Not that I'm too surprised. We are dwarves. 7 of the blackguards left. Nertia himself is still alive. And we are already almost finished with the right flank. So, I will have the Warsmiths relax. We will see if we can find... Well,
the enemy general has been slain. Fight on, my brothers.
problem solved. I was gonna say we'll see if we can find Nertia, but now he's defeated at least. We all know that they can't be killed by men. But that does make me wonder, because Eowyn was able to kill the Witch King. Oh, I should correct myself. I'm not sure about the other Nazgul, but at least the Witch King can't be killed by men. I wonder, though, since he was killed by Eowyn, if by technicality another species, another race, I should say, would have been able to kill him. These are the important questions, aren't they? Right, so we will also bring around the Warsmiths, because we can have them either stand here and throw up into the mountain, or toss a volley over here into this clump of loveliness. Mr. Meme the Legend didn't actually end up needing to be used, which is fine. Sorry about the pump sounds there once again, making itself known in inconvenient times. Why not? Oh, what do we got going on here? Got some archers moving, do we? Alrighty then, well, we will match them with some vanguards and call it good. It is very dark. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. Hopefully the sound of my mic shutting off and on isn't ridiculously loud or obnoxious. Should actually find the key for that, but that would take real dedication to my craft, wouldn't it? We will continue the triple speed here. Doing very well on the left flank, of course. Oh dear. No, no, no. Okay. Don't need to chase them to the ends of the earth. Good, so they are just in range there. These Vanguard are a little winded, but I should be okay. Come time to send them back into the brawl. That seemed like an excellent throw there. Let's have another one, gents. Less inspiring overall than I was thinking, but it's okay. Every axe to the head of an orc is worth the throw. That last volley there was particularly underwhelming. Alright. So this time, of course, as I'm sure you guys know, we'll not be able to encompass them as fully as we have other times, but it will be alright. We could bring this other unit of Vanguard all the way around, but I don't think that's a particular necessity. Give me just a second. As per usual, it's always the cats needing the utmost attention at the most inconvenient times. Lots of rugs to be made. Well, at least we encompassed half. That's nice. Though we are getting partially flanked here by technicality. Still just sort of taking it easy over on this end. I suppose what we could do is bring the Warsmiths in. We can retrain all of the units that we have here, so it's not too big of an issue if they take a lot of casualties. Although, of course, there comes with it the loss of experience by potential, in any case. And they are actually fairly capable in melee. Though, of course, it's very beneficial when the entire enemy force decides to break. Alright, so you guys are fine to sit there. I would like to have them face the right way. And then these four, we will simply march around this direction onto what was our left flank. Really does make me wonder what is going on over here that's taking so long. I mean, we have Vanguard, we should be doing pretty damn well, but per usual, I suspect it's the Spearmen, especially because it's the greater variant. Again, with the camera drop there. Interesting that we're turned sideways on the bridge here. That's fun. Antics, gentlemen, antics. Okay, so let's go to regular speed here. Put this unit of vanguard there. Don't hurry, thank you. Put that unit of vanguard there. And the warsmiths we will bring round to the flank over here. Hopefully they don't clip anyone. Matter of fact, I will have them go about like that. Granted, they're stacked on each other in that case, but it will be okay. Let's have this unit actually come around that way. Oh, just as I expected. Not sure what the hell they're doing. Much sad. Stupidity is as stupidity does. I must have missed the indicator which said, hey, we're going to charge into the flank of this enemy grouping here, regardless of the fact that our commander said not to. Specifically, not to. I'm pretty sure I told you guys to walk, but alright. Now again, I know it's been quite often at this point, but another reminder to my folks on YouTube. Do feel free to like the video, subscribe, share, comment on it with your friends and their great aunts and uncles. Like as much of it, not like, I mean, yes, like it, but watch as much of it as you like. And I'm sure, you know what? Like as much of it as you like as well. That's equally as helpful. Meanwhile, we will continue the rug making experience. Very unfortunate that a lot of those rugs were escaping off to the right here. But it's okay, there's plenty more to be made, and I'm sure that unit will probably end up coming back, or not.
What is this? The enemy army in flight. Drive them to ruin with axe and sword.
Alright.
Durin the Deathless, we have crushed our enemies. A great day is this.
92 losses. I will certainly take that. We've also gained 4 levels of experience on 4 individual units. 829 kills on some Warsmiths there. 720 for the Vanguard on the bottom. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Fear us.
Okay, 1 second. Stank cats. Stank. Right, so what else can we get in here? as far as that goes. Right, and we need to save for the mines there. Sorry if you can hear the little one screaming her head off. She apparently wants attention as well. Probably why she was scratching like a mad woman at the cat box. Right, so 2200 gold. That does set us back a turn. It's really not worth a huge amount there. But it is the start. Once again, one moment. Man, I do not know what bug crawled up her rear end, but good lord. Anyway, be a good start to the future mine here. We could also go to very high, which would be nice as well, but 200 some odd gold per turn. Is it really worth? Probably. But we'll just leave it be. And then in a couple more turns, we will be able to see what the mines here will give us. Although we do have to put some retraining in down here, so that's also going to set us back a little ways. It's all good though. Wonder if there's something special going on here at Redwater that's really got these guys just, oof, going crazy over here. I think they're just intimidated by the fact that Gimli's standing there for the last, like, 50 years. Probably kind of weird for them to see from all the way down there. It's just this army of dwarves standing in place for 50-odd years. Very strange. Now that is quite the hit to our income here, so... let's see, not a whole lot I can do about it. Accepting that I drop the taxes a little bit. Very unfortunate. Oh, look. We've actually got 4 gold chevrons here now, as well as the warsmiths. Very exciting. Look at all those dwarves and some Dalian men. It must be nice having a whole freaking army right there. Good lord. Really makes you wonder what they're making in Erebor. Okay, so we've got 150 public order. What are these guys costing us? 150 per turn. So, I should have done it a while ago. But what we'll do is get rid of those two, and we'll gain 300 gold. Could probably get rid of both of these other units and save another 320. But, just in case the Easterlings do end up coming all the way around here, we want at least a token force to pray with. Looks like Mordor is going for another round there at Askal. Would be nice if we can get sponsorship for another captain down here. Or general, I should say. We might actually have moved out of Narunka's Din. Let's see if we can find something down here to take fairly easily. Not likely to happen, but would have been nice to be able to try. Bring a spy down, but I would much rather keep an eye on these Easterlings here. Now, as far as Mr. Meme the Legend, oops, that is the wrong screen there. Let's see what makes him a legend. He's a great commander, he's untouched by fear. Gatebreaker, very lively. Living legend, 5 influence, 3 morale for all troops on the battlefield. Also a tactical expert, and an infantry commander of genius. Well then. I can see why he's a legend. He is one hell of a dwarf. Okay, so once we get through this last battle, we will then have the gold to see about the mine here in Larhuil. Hopefully it's worth waiting for.
We're under siege.
Yes, we usually are. Oh, trolls. My favorite. My absolute favorite.
Await my orders.
So, they are all, as far as the trolls go, on the right flank there.
Infantry.
So the question is, will they come through the center? Very likely.
Quickly. Infantry.
So we will do what we have done in the past
Run.
and
Missile.
set up for that possibility. Sorry about the pump there.
Infantry.
Per
Infantry.
usual, annoyingly loud.
Units. Infantry. Infantry.
Why can't we... There we go.
Hurry. Move.
Having some issues with the pathing there, it seems.
Missiles.
Okay, and then we will
Hurry.
place the other warsmiths on that end. Miss
Missiles.
a click there.
Ceasefire.
Right, so that's both of them there, both of them there.
Infantry.
Our least experienced units over here. Although the one is very close, hopefully, getting their gold chevron. Now, see, one for the center and one on the left. Hopefully, the warsmiths will be able to run that far before the trolls get there. We do have the battle trolls coming for the center, though. I mean, center or left would have been fine because we've got on both sections 2 gold chevron vanguards, so wouldn't make too much difference excepting the terrain here.
Missiles.
This terrain makes it a little bit more difficult to target them, at least in a very efficient manner. Right, as soon as you come round the bend there, gents.
Slaughter them.
Yep, just gonna charge right into us. That's rude. Hopefully we don't end up killing too many of our own. I just love the damage the vanguards do. It is absolutely delicious, and I was not paying attention over here. Whoa. Lots of filth spewing out there. Okay. Doing some good work on those trolls. I don't think we've taken down any of the ones here. I've forgotten to count their number before, there's one. There's another. I've forgotten to count their number before we moved away, but that's okay. Got some Snaga over here, some pit guards chanting, some archers, scouts. Okay, I think we've got 1 or 2 shots left here. Let's pull them back a little bit before the trolls get a little overzealous. Come on now. Let's actually have them target these spearmen up here. Seems like the vanguard will probably be fine. Taking care of the last 3 trolls. And that last volley really wasn't worth a whole lot anyway, so that's fine. Looks like these vanguard took... Oh, yep. Took pretty good care of those trolls. Let's see if there's any spears here. Should actually target the archers because knowing them, they will pepper our warsmiths like no tomorrow. 2 trolls left. Alright, we will triple speed it again. Not much different from last time. Again, my apologies for this playthrough not being particularly exciting. I'm sure my playstyle doesn't really help that, so... Oh well. Nobody's perfect. If anyone pretends to be so, make sure you give them a very rude awakening. Alright guys, if you can, get in there and do some work, that'd be great. We don't have 300 years to just stand around. Also, you guys. Yeah. The pathing is just... I don't know. Sometimes they just break. I don't want to do what they're told. We'll just leave it to the obstinates of dwarves. Slowly inching our way onto both bridges, except for over here. Seems like we're taking our sweet time. Definitely going to have more casualties this time around. Last. But you can only do so much. I'm gonna make you guys cry. You know why? Because my coffee is cold. That is the saddest story humankind has ever heard. Cold coffee that is meant to be hot. I never understand the folks that can get iced coffees. That kind of defeats the point, doesn't it? And if that's what you're into, go for it. I'll just never understand why. Once again. Oh, never mind. They were doing fine. I was thinking that we just had a unit that was standing there. But surely our vanguard wouldn't do that, right? Except for these guys. Oh, once again gesturing without you guys being able to see it. Although, since the screen was on them, it's probably fine. Camera views. If you guys make games, please make sure your camera views don't do that. It could be quite jolting. Good, good. Cleaned up on that right flank. And on the left. Very nice indeed. Lots of losses. But what can you do in war? We did lose a chevron here on this unit again, though. Then most likely, once we retrain them, we'll lose chevron on each of these guys as well. Possibly even this one. I hope not, but the potential is always there. Well, that goes to show you that these guys didn't do a whole lot. The fact that they're only warmed up. Compared to this unit who's exhausted. We'll give them a minute or two to get some of their stamina back before we send them in again. Because effectiveness is efficiency. For as experienced as we are, the fact that we're having so much trouble with orcs is just disappointing. I did notice there that this unit has gained their first silver chevron. Very nice. Alright, their stamina's coming back up a little bit, but both of these units are perfectly well done and rested. A little winded, they're tired, it's fine. Getting all the closer to victory. Massive lag spike there, sorry. That can't have been pretty. Right, we will move this unit up. And then the fourth. And then carpet crafting begins. Right, let's get them right in the center there. And then pause a mass route. I do so love a mass route. When it's not my troops, of course, because then it's just frustrating.
Our enemy's resolve grows thin. Their leader has fled the field of battle. What is this? The enemy army in flight. Drive them to ruin with axe and sword.
Right.
Durin the Deathless, we have crushed our enemies. A great day is this.
Yeah, lots of casualties there. The only experience we gained was on that one unit of vanguards. There's a little bit of recovery, but not a huge amount. We'll have to have a mug of ale on their behalf. Right, full another Mordor army there. I told you, the respite wouldn't last very long. There's a child with a title. Must be a prince. Alright, so let's take a look here at these mines. Oh, okay. That is nice. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because what I'm seeing is 1,264 gold per turn. That is exceptional. Well worth the wait. It looks like they actually did not lose any of their chevrons, the gold units here. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Right. So that's where we're going to leave it off this time. Many exciting things happening next stream. Hopefully, we'll see something happen here in Redwater. Probably not, but expansions are happening and will continue to do so slowly but surely. So, if you like the video, do hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you like. Share even if you really want to. And watch as much of the video as you can stand. And we will see you next time. Take care.